Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot and Astrology, and I apologize in advance for my voice. I have terrible allergies. The weather here is insane. It's just insane. I'm going to start off, I'm going to talk, I'll timestamp when the cards start. I'm going to start off, I'm supposed to be selling my books in preparation for moving, not all of them, but I look at them and then I love them. Well, you can't see that. It's too... Kenneth Patchen, one of my favorite poets that I discovered. I think I was 15 when I discovered his work, and I love him. I'm just going to read. This is a picture book where he just writes short little things. He's fantastic. So I'm just going to read two of these. They're really short. They're like a sentence each. He wrote, excuse me, I'm so croaky. Man is not a town where things live, but a worry and a weeping of unused wings. He wrote some beautiful love poetry, but he was also very anti-war and anti-violence, and so he has some kind of depressing stuff, which is beautiful, but anyway. And then he wrote, the world's not enough, really, for the kind of rent we have to pay to live in us. Yeah. Those are his, and I'll show his drawings, but you can't really see. They're very scribbly. I know you can't see that, but he's very creative. Anyway, so I'm doing this on just barely May. Yeah, right. No, March 24th, and I'm just going to briefly talk. We just have a couple of fast things happening. When I say fast, I'm talking about the sun, which of course moves very quickly. So from the 21st to the 24th, and as I said, this is already the 24th, just barely, the sun was together at 2 degrees of Aries with Neptune, and then from about the 24th to the 26th, the sun will be conjunct Saturn at 4 degrees of Aries. So if you have, pardon me, if you have any planets or points at the beginning of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, then you are in a trine aspect or a conjunction, which means the energy flows very freely. And if you have anything at any planets or points at the beginning of the cardinal signs, which would be Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, almost forgot my own sun sign there, then it's squaring you or conjunct or opposite. I know that's a lot. So Neptune is at 2 degrees Aries, Saturn's at 4 degrees, if I haven't said already, Aries, so they're still conjunct. And I'm finding this to be very challenging, but then again, they're on top of my Mars, so that could be why. But, you know, when I was thinking about how to describe this, I was thinking it's like, I don't know why I went to school, the school image, but I feel like we're all learning stuff right now because life is so challenging. I felt like the sun being together with Neptune, which, as I said, just happened like from the 21st to the 24th, was like running into like a teacher that comes to school that's really creative but confusing. Like some days maybe comes in drunk or, you know, with different colored shoes, or like a fun teacher, but sometimes we'll just all of a sudden give you a test and you're like, wait, we didn't study for this, and the teacher's like, well, that's too bad, you know. And I just felt like, I don't know, like confusing, but sometimes kind of fun and very emotional. And there can be health challenges because Aries is ruled by Mars, which is the body, and Aries is about your willpower and your desires, and it can be physical things, it can also be spiritual things, so there can be kind of a longing, you know, like missing people and just longing for things. And then the sun together with Saturn in Aries is about having a plan and moving forward and, you know, being disciplined about how do you want to achieve what you want to achieve. And the cards reflect that, interestingly. And I hope I didn't draw a personal reading for myself because they really resonate with me. But I quite clearly told them it was for all of us. So maybe we're all feeling this way. I don't know. Let me grab my pen here so I can write down what time I'm starting this. So I'm going to do the cards now. And I just want to alert everybody that on the 30th of March, I will probably post by then, I hope, Venus moves into Taurus, which she rules, along with she rules Libra also. And then on 2 days later, on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day, we have a full moon in Libra, which Venus also rules, at 12 degrees. So a lot of Venus energy coming up. Going to be a lot of desire for harmony and beauty and balance, and could be good, interesting for relationships. So I'll do some relationship readings. But tonight I was going to pull the cards. I was going to do tarot. I was really interested in that. And then these fairy oracles just, they wanted to come out. This is the Heart of the Fairy Oracle by Brian and Wendy Frood, which I believe is out of print. And the first one I got is the Queen of the Day. And this is as good as it looks, actually, because this is the card where we are given a blessing and grace for no reason at all, just because it's there, just because it wants to. No matter what, it's just a blessing. It's available. So I'll take it. I will take it. Yeah, that's a great energy to start off with. And then we get more great energy. We get the hope. Now this one is a little bit different, and I'm going to read from the book because they put it so well. This one's a little bit more intense, because the reason that we have hope up here in the corner, right here, that's hope. Because she's the fairy of despair. Yeah. So this is light in the dark, faith and comfort. And it says, this is the fairy of dark despair. She is there in your darkest hour. We know people who have had her tattooed on their backs. No, I'm going to skip that part. Anyway, she feels despair and lives it with you. She helps you through it, because the only thing to do is to go through it and come out the other side free of that emotion. In all despair, there is hope. It may be small and may seem insignificant, but it is there. Here is the bright spark, the tiny bit of magic that can turn the tide of despair. Wherever you find the fairy of dark despair, you will also find hope in the wings of the fairy herself, in her garland of gold flowers. As the sun reaches the darkest shadows, hope crowns despair. So it says, if you get this in a reading, remember that there is hope in any situation. It may not come in the form you are expecting or would wish for, but look for it and you will find it nonetheless. Well, we start off with, here's our second, I can't think of the word, our second confirmation, thank you, that indeed we will have the hope in the midst of our despair. And the world seems very despairing right now. I'm in the U.S. and, I'm sorry I didn't vote for him. So, not to get political, but. And then we get the leaving. I thought, oh, crumb. But we do. And it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's moving forward, order and directions. Saturn? Yeah, Saturn and Neptune together. This says, everything you do, every new endeavor means leaving something behind. This can be a place, a person, or even a state of mind. You can't move forward without leaving some of what you were behind you. This is growth. Okay, and it says, when you journey psychologically, spiritually, or metaphysically, you will do well to leave your thoughts in order before you depart on that first step. If you're leaving your house to go on a journey, it's a normal thing to tidy up a bit before going. So put things in their proper places, blah, 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 right? It says, just as you would not venture into unknown territory without a map, well, with Neptune conjunct Saturn, the map's kind of unclear right now, you would be wise to ask for directions before you leave. So it says, in a reading, this may mean taking another card to guide you on those first steps. Well, I did not take another card because I felt like we already had enough cards. And then as I was I was just sitting there, putting the iPad up, this card was just sitting here. I never saw it fall out, but it was just sitting here like this. Bing. So I think this is for us also. We get the juggler. Okay, and this is about doing too many things at once. Did I not mark the page? It says scattered attention, reassessment, and priorities. So it says slow down and take a look at where you're going. You may be doing lots of things at the same time, and you may be very good at all of them. But just be sure you can see where you're going with these projects. Perhaps you're balancing the attention of too many people at the same time. If you scatter your thoughts and attentions wherever you go, you may end up running in circles and not giving anything or anyone the attention they deserve. Ooh, okay. That's a cautionary card, is it not? Yeah. You know, I think that speaks to this Neptunian energy being with Saturn. Oh, I'm embarrassed when I'm nervous. I peel my skin off. Yeah, brilliant, Lori. This is really a strange time. When we have Neptune and Saturn together, now I'm going back into the astrology again, but really, those two are so opposite. Saturn wants discipline and order. Neptune wants everything to flow as one. And they're just so different. And they've been traveling together, you know, for a while. And I just think it's really challenging. So please leave me a comment and let me know how this is treating you. I hope this gives you some hope. It gives me some hope. Let me know how this resonates, and please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And I will post again in a few days. Sorry it's been a while, but things happen. Perhaps I'm juggling too much. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Thank you for listening. Blessings, everyone. Good night.